Hello everyone! So, today it's another new day or a new video, and as you can see I have a ton of books, and I wanted to do one of those lineup videos. I find them incredibly good to look at, but they always make me cringe and also like, why? Why do you need so many planners? Well, looking at my stack of books, I don't have, a few either. I have quite a bit too, and this is all I've used this year. Which makes me kind of questioning myself just a smidge bit. And this is the one that I'm going to use next year. I did a previous 2 videos already. One where I opened it and showed you kind of my starting point, where I started. And I also just released, as you're seeing this is probably a week later, but last week, I released the setup, which is not really the full setup because I've been working in these books since then. So I will give you a flip through of what they look now as of right now. So they are kind of prepped for next year already. So you can see what I've done with them. And the most funny thing about it is these little things that I did. You know how Hobonichi has these boards that you can buy? Yeah, I made these myself, and as you can see, there's something written on it. You need to calm down. Yes, that's Taylor Swift for you guys. I love Taylor Swift. She's awesome. And also, hello, it's me, Adele. But I'm not really a fan of the song, but I kind of like that one. She has other songs that I like. So, anyways, this is next year, so kind of like a preview. But what did I use this year? My main focus point this year and planner and whatever is this bullet journal. This bullet journal I had since July 2022 when I, gave up on my mission on doing a digital because I am not the digital type of person to really like that. So I have this bullet journal. There are kind of a lot of shorts about it on my YouTube channel, so you can check that out if you want. Showing each month in more detail in a short video. But, well, I am almost done with this one, as you can see. And these are from the washi shop. These are really, really new. I carved them on Black Friday sale, to be honest. So this is next week, and then we have one more week, and even in the back, all the left pages that were there that are already filled. As you can see, I have a hobby of doing scrapbooking, so yeah. New washi tape collection, always have to put that in. Right, I have a second one somewhere. I know about two. Oh yeah, here's the second one. So this is my current bullet journal. I do everything in it. I plan it. I use it for journaling a little bit, which is kind of to the demise of my diary because I write in here and my diary don't really get much use these days. But I want to remedy that next year. But let's continue. This is my bullet journal that I've been using for 1.5 years. And then that's also something I started in May 2022 when I used a planner, a dated planner that didn't work out for me then again. So I missed the collections or having collections, to be honest. So I started this one, a long-term collection, which turned into random notes collection type of books, like something that I've started and never finished. Project that I wanted to do, that one I actually finished. That one I'm still in the middle of it. It's gonna take me years to finish it off and other types of things. My 2023 and 2023, I'm doing this for 2024 too. And other things that I've started and never finished, which is a really long list. So yeah, my bedroom makeover, which kinda does look like this one though. But I don't have a bunny anymore, so this honey part is gone, sadly. So yeah, this is random notes, as you can see. So like it was intended to be a holder for my Pixar, Polaroid a year, which I adopted years ago after seeing it from Amanda Rich Lee. She does this where she has each month a Polaroid, and I added a kind of like highlight onto the side. I took that out of this book because putting the pictures always at the same spot would have bulked up this book too much and probably broken the spine. So I took it out of here and I put it in here. There's no spine to be broken. It's all leather. I think it's real leather too. And don't come for me. I like real leather. Real leather looks awesome when it's used. So this is now my memory kind of highlight journal that I use once a month. It's not something that I use all the time. So I use it once a month and I put in a picture and then I write what happened about the month. And as time goes on, my scrapbooking in here becomes kind of like more, I don't know, it becomes more beautiful, I think, or more daring. I have no idea how to put it. So, but you see, it gets more. I still have to print that picture. It's the only one that I've taken. And here come the new washi tape that I got, and then this one in November. My friend finally finished my mural on the wall in my entrance hall, and this would be December. And yes, my mother and I look very similar. Anyways, so this is my highlight journal, which I use once a month. This will be carried on to the next year. So this will be a staple again next year, so I'll put it onto the pile for next year. So next one I started, I got this one, and I started it as a dream journal where I wanted to write down my dreams, which I didn't do much. I did it in the beginning, and then I wanted to write down what it meant, so that's why it has this one. That didn't last really long, so I turned it into my tarot journal. And wrote it in here, but I also transferred this one kind of like into my bullet journal, and still I'm only using it for for esoteric things like tarot and other things. So I think I will continue this one in the future so that I can, continue with this one. I want to fill this one up. It's a beautiful journal, and I'm not really sure. I think Yashi Korin did a sponsorship of them a while ago from the brand, and they have pointy corners, like not rounded, and I hate it when they're not rounded. So I used a nail file and rounded the corners for myself. So they're rounded now. But I'm unsure about taking this one back into my upline. So I'm not sure about this one yet. Because lately I haven't been into tarot that much. So I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with this or not. But it might be used again. So it's a maybe. And yes, for the time being, if there's no changes, I will not be using this one. I will just leave it as it is. Or simply, if I have notes that go in there, maybe. It's a maybe too. It's a maybe. So this one I've had for a really, really long time. It's beautiful. It doesn't have rounded corners either, but it has pink edges, so I'm not gonna round those. And no, I did not do those. For what I'm using this one is, I'm using this for gratitude, actually. Okay, you can't see it fully. Yeah, I said something about marking the frame, right? I didn't do that. Anyways, I started this in 2017, as you can see, in the 5th of August. And I wanted to write in each day what I felt, what I was grateful for. But that fell off quite quickly, to be honest. I did it a while, I think. Not even here, I did it every day, so I tried. So then I fell off around November 17. And then almost 5 years later, I restarted it in 2022. And then I did it kind of like a weekly thing, where I wrote down each week. Sometimes it happens each week, sometimes it doesn't. So currently I stopped it at, oh my god, I was very consistent as I see. Oh yeah, October 15 was the last time I wrote into here. So kind of fell off with this. I do want to fit this book, but it's getting too much. Too many books. So I will stop this for now because I have something else in mind what I want to do for being grateful. So let's continue with the next one. Let's continue with this baby. This is my Some Lines a Day journal by Leuchtturm 1917. It's a really beautiful journal. As you can see, I started it in May 25th, 2019. Did I stick to it in 2019? No, of course not. Otherwise, this journal wouldn't be going until December 31st, 2025. So no, I did not stick to this. Anyways, I started it, as I said before, in May 2019. So I did it for a while in 2019, and then I fell completely off and didn't use it again. And then before 2021, I was thinking of either tossing this or finishing it. So I dedicated myself to it in 2021 to finishing one whole year, and I've been stuck with it since then because I really want to finish it up. I have one more full year in front of me, like 2024. The pages where I wrote in 2019, they have 1 year already more in them. Like here you can see there are already 4 out of the 5. So I either not journal into here in 2025 and I see, oh, I don't have to journal in here, so I'm leaving them out, or I will stick something in it and add the 2025 section that way. So yeah, but one more consistent year. I've been fairly consistent. I try to do it every week or every 2 weeks because every day it's not happening, because every day kind of always went into my journal in this one. So this one will be transferred to my lineup in 2024. I'm not skipping a year, but it will be my 2024 lineup too. So we have 3 books so far. And another one that I will be continuing is my finances. I'm not completely doing my finances in this notebook. This is just a summary that I'm keeping a record of, where I do kind of like overviews throughout the month, how I've been doing in terms of saving, if I was in the positive and the negative. In 2022, you can see I was kind of a lot in the negative. But by the time of 2023, you can see I'm mostly in the positive. So my finances have become better over the years. I've been tracking my finances since 2017. They're not all in here because this book I started, I think, in 2020. Yeah, in 2020. June 2020, I started this one. And I love the comparison between the years and the total. Like you have the total income throughout the year in the front and what I had to pay each month, and my kind of offset cost, my variable costs, and the sum, and how much of the difference it is. As you can see, I was in the minus 2020 and in the positive already in 2021, and I am in a really, really good positive in 2022. So I'm really curious to see how much this has improved, because I know my finances improved a hell of a lot. And so sad it makes me that I don't have any pets anymore, but my female bunny, my last one, Honey, she took a lot out of in terms of finances, in terms of vet costs. I mean, just in 2022, I had vet bills in the amount of $1,069.24. In vet alone, from the 45.26 that I spent throughout the whole year for my bunnies. And I had 2 in that year until August. And pets cost a lot. And they're just rabbits, as you might think. But they can be extremely expensive, especially if you think or consider how much you pay for them when you get them in the first place. It's you get them at the pet store for what, 30 euros, 40 euros. maybe 50, depends on the time. So yeah, and I had one bunny for the first half, and she cost me 800 for the first 6 months. And most of it was vet bills. I mean, over 400 in vet bills and 300 in everything else. So it's kind of light. So since then, my finances have been recovering a lot, even though for now I can tell you I spent over 4,000 in housewares or stuff like that. I redid my kitchen. I bought phones. I had to rebuy a new phone and sell another phone. Don't get me started on that. I will get around to making that video. I redid my bedroom and well, it's a lot of money that I spent this year. And I'm still doing kind of good in my finances, I have to admit. And most of it is because I don't have any animals or pets anymore. I mourn that they are gone, but I'm also relieved of the financial burden that I had because of them. I love them to death. I really wish they were still here, but it is a financial burden that you have, and I wasn't willing to give to somebody else just to be rid of it. So my pets, my responsibility. I stuck to it. Now that they are gone, I decided not to get another pet, but these are my finances. And I have a long way to go until this is full, because I really do want a overview of my finances, how I've been growing and spending and all those kind of things. So I've become really good at doing that. It's not that I forbid myself on to kind of like not buying anything. Sure, I do those challenges, but it's not that I really truly forbid myself. If I want something, I buy it, because I don't see the point in, not giving myself something that brings me joy just for the sake of not spending money. So this one is going into the pile of 2024. Another one, I started kind of like this year a long time ago. It had different types of intentions so far, and currently I'm not sure if I want to use it for the intention that I've set it up to. The first thing I have is the audiobooks overview in terms of that were written by Lindsay Borger, because I always messed up the order of the books, so I had to write them down that I can listen to them over and over again. I've listened to them so many times. It's an awesome series. Still one of my favorites. There have been coming other favorites onto that list. If you go by best books ever, in terms of audiobooks, I have so many audiobooks. Oh my god. And yeah, I want to buy all of these in hardcovers or in physical books, because once I stop using audiobooks, I mean Audible. So that's it. Once I stop Audible, I really won't have them anymore. Or if Audible at some point stops or ceases to exist, I won't have them anymore. So if I have a physical copy, and I can always read them. So I really, really want those. I made a list, I think in this one, with all the books that I want to buy physically, because I still want to have them because they are awesome, and others that I won't buy physically that I am not really fond of. They're nice to listen to, and I love listening to them, but it's not that I really truly would miss them if they are gone. That's it. So yeah, that's that. Then I started to make it into a commonplace book. Yeah, I also wrote down everything I like, kind of like you need an overview of things you like, because there are times you kind of forget. So everything I disliked, and kind of like what my character is, which is not really much. Anyways, so here's a commonplace book start, and I did use it for some of it, like here. But when I read a book, I don't really sit there and write things down afterwards. It's not really a habit of mine. So I'm not really sure about the commonplace reasons thing. So I used it kind of like reasons for being minimalist or stuff like that. I have no idea if this is kind of like what I really want. I wrote also down why I like the bullet journal in the first place. Why I stopped, because I had to kind of figure it out. and why I really needed it or what had changed and stuff like that. And yeah, I kind of did a real analytics type of things for myself in that one. And then I did a writing challenge. This was from like Skillshare, a thing that I did, and yeah, and tips and stuff like that. So everything that has to do with writing kind of went in here for a while, and some other things that I want to do in here, kind of like this one. So for now, this really doesn't have a purpose. I will get to it if I want to do it. I really like the idea of a letter to myself each year, and I decided to kind of make that into here. So I will be kind of using it, but kind of not. It's a maybe thing. If I need it, I will grab it. If I don't, then I don't. So it's a maybe thing if I continue to use it. But I'm not going to pressure myself into using it. So that's the maybe pile. Maybe pile is not the pressure to use it. If you want it, you can, but you don't have to. And this is a no pile for now. And this is my beautiful, beautiful diary that I started. I had a smaller one, kind of like a pocket size, and that was kind of falling apart. So yeah, and I didn't really like writing into it because it was kind of small, and I wanted to do scrapbooking with it or into it. And yeah, a small notebook, if it's kind of like this small, like hand pocket size, it doesn't really work that well in terms of scrapbooking. So I ordered this one. After I ordered this one, I really liked it, and I wanted to do the highlight journal in one of these too, because you can really bulk this up without really truly damaging anything. And that's when I got this one. It's really beautiful. I love it. I really love it. I want to fill this up as a bullet journal too, but I'm not sure about the paper. But yeah, filling one of these as a bullet journal would be awesome too. Kind of like, yeah, it's awesome. Anyways, this one I want to fill up as my diary. And as you can see, I copied what I had written in the other notebook. And then when there was long entries like this one, I simply glued it in. You know, like it's simply glued in there or here, this one page. This is what I did, you know, because you don't want to rewrite everything. And so I rewrote some, not all, but some. And then I completely, you know, like, why would I want to rewrite this whole fucking entry? I mean, it's really long, so I did it like this. And then kind of like continued on with simply doing... This was the cover though, from this notebook that I cut up and pasted into here. This was the cover. And yeah, and since then I have been using it for my scrapbooking. I really love this page as a memory page for my bunnies, because June 23rd I put to rest my female, my honey, and August last year I put to rest my male, my fluffy bunny. Yes, that was his name, Fluffy Bunny. It was a pure description of him. So yeah, this is kind of like my diary, and I want to write more into it because I've become kind of like... I didn't write as much as I wanted to. I was hoping kind of to be halfway, and I'm only in the second one, like here, which is not really much, as you can see. So I really want to fill this one up as my diary. And to do that, I can't be journaling into so many journals. It's not working that way. So, because currently it's like... I journal into this. I started the one-page type of situation, like Carrie Writer. Like, you take a page and you write down everything that happened today. And since then, I have been kind of continuing this tradition or this type of journaling into this journal. I did it a little bit before, to be honest, like on the sides here. No, right? So I did it here, but I didn't do it as much as here. And since I started that one in April, I've been continuing my failed as a Hobonichi Weeks, or as a Hobonichi Techo layout. It didn't work out. And I've been doing it since then, like Even if I have a weekly overview like this one, I still journal on the sides and kind of like here, I still journal a lot into this, into my bullet journal. So because I journal a lot in here and copied it into kind of this one, sometimes different things, aspects, or go more into detail in here, or shorten it and have the full version in here, because this is not much space to go full blown out into detail. So I keep myself minimized in here and journal in here. So what I want to do, because I had my gratitude log, oops, sorry for the shaking, my gratitude in here, I want to transfer the gratitude into here, because for now, every Sunday, I don't have much that I write in here, anything epic besides not doing much. So instead of doing that, I want to do the gratitude logging in here, which keeps me from having to use this one. So my gratitude on each Sunday goes in here as well as the rest of the journaling. But yeah, the smaller journaling type of situation, which will probably, or I hope that longer entries go back into here. I have it nearby, but I still don't really use it much, but I want to. So I really have to cut some of the journaling down. But it's easier for me to kind of like journal in the ones that I have going on, opening like my Willow journal, instead of grabbing a new notebook. So maybe it would have been wiser to stick to a normal planner where I cannot journal into, so that I have to grab this one. But I kind of tried it with the bullet journal, and it didn't work, because then I don't journal at all. Yep, I don't journal at all. So, no, this is a must. This is what I want to fill and be more consistent with. But I'm not going to make it a you have to, because that's the best way to keep yourself from doing it. So no have tos. And as promised, I am, wait, this goes onto here because this is on my pile that I want to use next year. So, as I promised, I will do a flip through of what I have been, changing up since you've last seen it last week. It's not that far, but still. So now I have to kind of like this. Yeah, I kind of have to blur that out. Anyways, so let's see what I did on this one. Let's do it like this. Because I'm not really used to soft covers, I put something in to make it more, less wobbly. So I did that on both. As I mentioned, I made myself this one, and I'm thinking of making myself another one so that I know that where the half is, where the thirds is, and all those kind of things, because I really have a hard time with these small ones, with a small grid. I'm really not used to it. So, well, I did mention that I made these before. Besides, this was a part of a case for the protection from moisture, so it's just something that I reused. It's not something that I bought in particular. So I used the washi tape shop order to my fullest, not really to the fullest, but I used some of the washi tape on the sides because I love washi tape. I really have to figure out how to use washi tape in here because I kind of cram everything full. Anyways, I finished off my planning that I wanted to do in terms of projects next year, in terms of health, being creative, my finances, what I want to achieve, which goes this one is along with the finances, and something that I want to do in terms of environment, relationship, or apartment, which I haven't decided on yet. And this one I haven't decided on either, so that's that. And I also still need 4 more things to do in 2024, so maybe they will come to me in 2024. Otherwise, it will be 20 in 2024, because I didn't come up with more. Anyways, I do have something that I want to do. This is this finance challenge here. And this is every weekend on Sunday, I will grab my purse and put out everything that's hard coins, every coin I have in my purse, I'll put into a piggy bank, if you want to say it like that. And then I will collect it there each week, and in certain intervals that I haven't decided on, I'll take it out, count it, and replace it with, with paper. No, with paper money. And, well, let me show you my piggy bank. This, fabulous girls, this is my piggy bank. As you can see, there's a slit in the back. Got it off of Amazon, and I really love it. I'm strange that way, but it looks awesome. So each week I'll put money in here, and when I realize it gets really full, I will exchange the coins for paper money, and because I only have one. Otherwise, I will need more and then have to exchange the coins at some point. And exchanging coins, you kind of have to pay for that. I don't want that, so I will simply use it to buy me stuff in the shops or something. I don't know. Anyways, I want to know how much of the small coins I can save up on at the end of the year within the 52 weeks of a year. Then I also want to save 1,500 on my bank account. So each month there will be deducted 125, which is also calculated into my fixed cost each month. Otherwise, I won't be able to save it. Because savings are costs that I have each month, regardless of whether I use them or not. But if I save it and do not deduct it from my bank account, it's safe for the month, so I can check it off. If I use it another month, well, that would defeat the purpose, but you never know why. So yeah, this is my quarterly planning type of situation. Originally, you had it horizontal like this. You can see the line here and here. It was pre-printed, but it's small enough that it's not really visible. And honestly, it doesn't really doesn't impede much. So, but I like the vertical type of situation going. And different colors mean different things. So like the red ones are holidays, the green ones are birthdays, and the light green ones like this and this is my break from work. So that and my deadlines, which I'm not sure I will stick to it because I haven't stuck to it since September, I think, on my blog. So this part you already have seen, so I didn't change much. I'm not really sure if I want to do my monthly review like this. So if you have ideas, maybe I would change it up. And I always had a huge to-do list on this side. Or, my tarot. Not sure what I want to do on this side now. Because I'm not sure if I want to continue with the tarot. So let's see what I'm going to do with it. Maybe a brain dump or something, or do the big to-do list that I have started here now. So I will see it in January, and I haven't prepped anything much in February, so I can still change it up. I mean, it's nothing set in stone. So I didn't do really much planning here. I mean, these are the weeks where I plan there. And then I did this. And this I know is from Yoshikoden. And she does this then and now and then. And I have this in for January till June, so I will fill it out on January 1st and then on June 30th and see what the prompts are or how it changed or something like that. And I also would do the same thing with these little prompts. I kind of wanted to know. Originally, I only wrote the prompts itself, but then I thought, okay, why not do this in this type of format? A little bit different, but it's the same thing. Then, now and then. Then I did a quarterly review, and then I decided I wanted the 24 24s in 2024. Also by Yoshikoden. I watched too many of her videos, but I decided to do that. So I prepped that, and like I said, I kind of wished I hadn't done this one yet, because now it's kind of like in a kind of yearly thing in the middle of it. But okay, it's fine. It's nothing to worry about. It's fine. So, and then we have the future log. in here for the second part of the year of 2024, because I'm not going to, as I said before, I'm not going to keep both at hand. One will be stored and one will be carried or lay open flat, kind of, I don't know. But one will be with me all the time and the other one will be put away. And then I had to make a grid guide, because as I was preparing this journal or planner, I mean, it's a mix of both, I realized that I have trouble with, doing the thirds and fourths and halves and kind of like thing. Because if you use a ruler, it's 5 millimeters, each thing would have to be 5, and it's not. And if you go by the length or the centimeters in general and then draw your line, you're either next to the line or a little bit in the half of one of these squares, but not really. And I would be so annoyed by that. So I had to do this. And I have to admit that the second one that I did in the other one looks much better. Way better, actually, than this one. But it's fine. It's fine. I'm not gonna do anything. I also did a pen test. Actually, I'm gonna show you right now because you didn't see it much in the last one. So you can see there is ghosting, but I don't really see any bleeding at all. I don't see bleeding at all. And this is another, way to harden the covers. Because I'm really not into the, I don't know, it felt so strange to have a soft cover to me. Sure, it kind of like impedes with the, if you want to do this. Because this you could do really well before with the covers. Now that they're stiff, it doesn't really work that well anymore. It still works kind of with this one because for some reason these covers aren't as, thick as on this one. Maybe because I used different cardboard on this one. And I decorated a little bit more with stickers because I felt like it. And there is the list. And in this one I didn't really prep anything beyond what I did in the front. I didn't do much more than this. I did this one again because I will need it. But even the project planning, I didn't copy it into this because I want to do a mid-year check-in and see if my plans or my projects are still aligned with what I'm doing currently, how I can change it. So I'm leaving this blank for then. And yeah, I didn't really do much on this one. I prepped this one with different colors because you always need something new. So I did that. And even though I said I wouldn't draw in my breaks, I still did draw in my breaks throughout the year. Well, at least in the front I did. Didn't do it in here. And yeah, and already wrote in stuff that I know that I have to do. Holidays and stuff like that. Anyways, this is my planner that I'm going to use next year. I'm really excited because it's really beautiful paper and I love the paper, to be honest. I really, really love it. So let's put everything back into place. So this is my thing that I'm going to use when I'm going to journal. And this one will signal me in which week I am. So no, this is not the first week. I also did a little sticky thing in there because I honestly cannot wait to use this actually. So I can't wait to have the year end and be all into this new one. I really can't. And I am really giddy about the fact that I finished this 350-page journal with bullet journal and it's full till the last page. So it has been a little bit rough and I enjoyed it a lot. The paper wasn't really to what I liked. Also, yeah, because you didn't see it quite well in the last one. Here, a little bit of a close-up of the bleeding. Yeah, my mom wrote into it yesterday. Here, the bleeding, and there's bleeding of these pens, the big ones. And here you see the dot markers, and this is the stylus, and this is a Faber-Castell. So you can see cheap, bled through, and the Faber-Castell is a little bit more expensive, a tiny bit here and here, but not truly. And the Tombow that I bought in Berlin, they don't bleed. This is me cleaning off something, but they didn't bleed either. So yeah, it's kind of like, it's been something. I fed it with a lot of love and with a really beautiful cake recipe. And my Spotify top list that I also have on in here from the year before. Let me show you. It's kind of like, why? But I needed to fill the space here, so I wrote down my Spotify yearly, thing you get, what you've listened to most, how much you've listened, and all those kind of things. And honestly, I'm surprised. Last year I saw Oh Good For You by Olivia Rodriguez is second place. Let's get it to place 1. Guess what? It's still on second place. Everything else changed, like Happier Than Ever, the Kelly Clarkson version, Cinderella's Dad, Eat Me In, Going Under by Evanescence. Well, in comparison, the year before it was In the Dark, Good For You, It's All Coming Back from Celine Dion, Life Goes On, and Angels, Angels by Robbie Williams. So, yeah, it's kind of like, besides that one song, everything else changed. And also in terms of the artists that I listened to from compared to last year, the only one that stayed was Demi Lovato. Again, Demi Lovato, second place. She dropped from the first place to the second place in that category, but she's still in here. Everything else changed. I mean, no Christina Aguilera, no Taylor Swift, Britney Spears, or Selena Gomez that I have been listening to apparently last year all the time. And this year it was Natalia Kills, Demi Lovato, Eminem, Kelly Clarkson, and for some strange reason, Meghan Trainor. I have been listening to her for the beginning of the year, but not much on the later parts of the year. So I'm kind of surprised to see her at place 5, so I thought there would be somebody else there. But yeah, I was surprised, a nice surprise. And I listen less to music this year than last year, but this is also because last year I listened to music while working, and this year I couldn't. So yeah, it's kind of surprising. I didn't expect that. 2 things stay the same and everything else changes. So let's see how it changes to next year in November, because I'm so gonna write it in here and then compare them how it changed to next year. I'll also make a new playlist for next year at the beginning of the year or something and see it's probably the list that I'm going to listen to most of the time. I have a master list on Spotify, but yeah. Anyway, that's a different topic, I guess. I also want to read more, but I always go back to Audible because I can do other things while listening to it. So, yeah. Anyways, to my lineup. So this is my lineup for the next year. It has become a little bit less because I see the planner as one book. So it's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books that I will be keeping up to in the next following year for 2024. And actually, if I do a lineup, it's probably gonna be like a prediction, like predict something. In 2025, I'm going to use this one, definitely this one, and this one. It's probably gonna change this one, because this is going to last me until 2036, because I only use it once a month and there are 400 pages in it, so it's kind of like June 2036 it's going to last. I kind of counted it because I wanted to know how long it's going to last me, and I really want to know how it's going to look by the time I'm finishing this one. And I'm most likely gonna restart a new one or something, or maybe not. I have no idea. I don't know. This one probably going to last me until 2025. I don't think it will be full by the end of 2024. Maybe I'll finish this one in 2025, because I will also finish this one in 2025, and maybe I will finish this one in 2026, because I'm not really thinking of buying another 5-year journal, even though I really like the idea of it and I love looking at it and seeing how similar a day was or how different from the previous year it was. So it's really nice to look at. So I kind of like it, but I'm journaling too much and it's hard to keep up. So I'm gonna stick with these 5 as a must kind of situation. And then we have these 3 as complementary maybes, which I already kind of know that I'm probably not going to use them. Unless something really traumatic happens and I want to save space in my planner, which there's more than enough of. So I really don't think that I am going to use any of these. Maybe this one, but I don't think I will grab 2 these ones. I don't think so. So these are probably even though they are maybe, but they are not getting much used, I think. I'll tell you next year by this time whether I use them or not. But I'm probably not going to use them. So they're going to stay in a different area. And these two will be put on my shelf. They're not necessary for next year. As I said, my gratitude will be done in my 5 years journal. And this bullet journal will be finished anyway, so it will be archived. And this will be shelved somewhere else. But still, I do want to finish that one with a whole bunch of gratitude. But for now, I want to finish off my 5 years journal and kind of do it there. Because, like I said, Sundays are always like, I didn't do much. It's a Sunday, like today. Today's Sunday. And I'm filming this. So anyways, this was my lineup. I hope you enjoyed it with a little bit more of explanation that probably was necessary. And I hope I wasn't framed this time around. And if I was, give it a thumbs up. Like and subscribe. And let me know if you want to see something special or something different. I don't know. Depending on anything. And I will not make sure, but I will see that I'm more consistent, maybe. Because I have mood swings and motivation swings like no other, I think, that I keep you updated about my journals for the next year, throughout the year, what changed or whether it changed or not. But I'm fairly consistent with my journals anyways, once I set my mind to it. Unless something really traumatic, kind of like negative feelings impact something. Fairly consistent. Anyways, so before I talk even more, I will say goodbye to you. Hope you loved it, and I will see you another time. Bye.